And I was literally afraid that if I ate out or had anything that was outside of, you know, lettuce and chicken, I would gain by the weight. And it was very frustrating because it also felt like it was super restrictive. Um, and one of the biggest things that has changed for me is understanding food for what it is, understanding calories for what it is. And I know that's a very vague statement, so let me explain. You see, I used to save my calories for when I was eating out, or I would avoid eating so that I could eat out and have calories. But one of the biggest problems with that was that, one, I would be super hungry when I went for dinner, and two, I wouldn't actually get enough protein, fiber, and I didn't get the right amount of calories. And one of the main things that happens is that when you don't eat enough food during the day, or at least enough protein and fiber, or you take too long to eat, you get really hungry. And that would happen to me, where when I was out, I would end up overeating because I was like so ravenous, I was super hungry. So if I was gonna have like one slice of cake, I would end up having three slices of cake because it was like this insatiable appetite. And that happened for a really, really long time. So I only would eat clean. I would only eat food that was prepared at home. And don't get it twisted, right now I really just love eating my home cooked meals. But since understanding the flexibility and seeing food for what it is, some foods are better for helping you for fat loss, some foods are better for more energy, some foods are more filling and satiating, some foods have different goals. I've realized that it has taken away the lore of this food is bad or this food is good. And now a cookie can just simply be a cookie. A slice of cake is simply a slice of cake. A chocolate bar is just a chocolate bar, and it's neither here nor there for me. It doesn't mean that, I'm failing or there's anything wrong with me that I had like a slice of cake. So yes, that's something super life changing for me. And the only reason why I've developed this amount of freedom around food and I'm able to eat out and still maintain the same, you know, weight or the same physique is simply because I've focused more on learning about food as what it actually is. So understanding that a cookie is 200 calories, has 20 grams of sugar. And these are some of the most important parts that I've found to be more helpful for me. A chicken burst is just a chicken burst. It is 25 grams of protein and it's 200 calories or whatever amount of calories that particular one is. And that's been the most helpful for me. B, your hair is so beautiful. Thank you so much. Yep. So if you've been battling with like, okay, how can I eat out and eat healthy and still navigate the day to day? One of the main things that I do when I'm eating out is, one, in the morning, I ensure that I eat a high amount of protein. So that looks like having scrambled egg whites with one whole egg, or tuna, or it's turkey or chicken, and I bump up the protein, trying to get around 80 grams of protein, as much protein as I can get for a small amount of calories. I put that in like a wrap. I normally have like an extreme wellness wrap, which is high in fiber. Those are very filling, and that's called protein front loading. That allows me to have around 1,000 or 1,200 calories for the evening, and that's gonna keep me full, keep me satiated. So when I go out for dinner, for example, I went out to sushi over the weekend. I was able to order my sushi bowl. When I'm eating out for my sushi bowl, one of the main things that I do is I get a large volume of food, which meant for me that was having like a base that was high in fiber, which was more vegetables, kales, mixed vegetables, all of that jazz. Then I went for my protein source, which was salmon, shrimp tempura. Should you get the fried version? No. But yeah, I did salmon, shrimp tempura, and then I also did eggs and something else. Sauce is always on the side. Sauce on the side, and that was pretty filling. Coke zero. Zero calorie drinks like every single time. That's always gonna be the name of the game. And that was around 700 calories. Then I had a burger in the evening, and that still kept me in my calorie deficit. That's how I'm able to eat out. I still hit my protein because I had like 80 grams of protein from breakfast. So I was still able to eat out, still able to, enjoy the meals with my family. And I didn't have to worry about gaining weight. And I think that's like one of the most freeing parts about it. And I wasn't starving, and we didn't have to ask for any like weird substitutions or anything like that. I think that's also like super important. Say we love you, Teka, for our edit. Okay. Well, I just said it. Yeah, so I hope that was helpful and insightful. So the name of the game is eat mostly protein in the morning, because you can actually control your breakfast too. Plan your meal. Try to have a large volume for dinner, or if you're eating out at a restaurant or wherever, and look for a protein source, right? Always try to get a protein source. And I'm gonna go for grilled. So grilled chicken, grilled salmon, any of those sources. Secondly, put your sauce on the side because the sauce is typically high in calories. And you'll find that you'll use less sauce than if they had poured it on. Ask for less butter, less oil. That's gonna be tasty. And then you probably still have room for dessert. You can probably still have a slice of cake or a scoop of ice cream. And it's an overall filling, nutritious meal. And you get to lose 45 pounds and keep it off. All right, so that's the end of this live stream. That was the discussion for today. And that's how I eat out after years of being afraid of eating food. I was literally afraid of eating out, and I would only eat clean. So, hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, and bye.